I'm Günter Mitlacher from WWF. I am Director of International Biodiversity Policy and also the IPBES focal point for the WWF network. And I worked with the IPBES Secretariat and within the IPBES plenary for several years now, and also with the stakeholders. So I'm part of that stakeholder community, and WWF is very much engaged in that to drive the process and to support the IPBES assessments, for example, with experts or with advocacy work with parties to work together with more scientific evidence on the table. When we talk about the role of stakeholders, I think stakeholders are important in terms of not only supporting the process but also bringing their views on the table for parties to recognize, and also for the entire process to bring in their entire knowledge, expertise, and also taking up the results of the IPBES decisions and put it in a way out to the society, use it for their own rationale and for their own justification for the advocacy work. And that's the main purpose for me over time to engage with the IPBES process. Because for us, it's, as WWF, we need this kind of scientific backing of our position papers and our positioning for driving restoration of nature or driving, avoiding the threats of nature and other important issues. The regional assessments are very, very good, and we were using it in the different regions as a kind of backing our positioning, and also the global assessment. And prominently the pollinator assessment. It was a big push for all our calls on pollinator conservation that helped us quite a while for pushing the EU, for example, pushing Germany, pushing other governments to have more recognition on the pollinator issue. And my experience is that the parties sometimes shy away from stakeholder engagement, but if they do, they're losing a lot of evidence, they're losing a lot of engagement, and they're losing a lot of opportunities. So I would call for making more attractive of stakeholders to be part of the process, to engage concretely in the next steps, and to provide all the information the stakeholders can bring on the table to let's say, elaborate the entire view on the science policy interface. If you ask me for further engagement, I think it is important to be close to the process, to understand how the IPBES is working, what are the different opportunities within this process, either as a scientist, and WWF also asks the scientists to participate in the assessments. Sometimes it works as an expert, sometimes it doesn't work, because there's a lot of competition, of course. But I think this is one element. But the more important element for me as a kind of advocacy person is the take-up of the results of the IPBES assessments. And that's for us a great opportunity to work together.